Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour. Brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Phil's Pub. Phil's, your local dive with music for the people. Chasers Food and Spirits. XL Chiropractic, and Quality Nails. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment Conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Hello once again, fellow arts and entertainment enthusiasts. I can't say it often enough. Doesn't matter if you're a first-time listener or a regular. Thank you. 25,100 times over. I am blessed to have an amazing guest list that draws all of you to download, listen, and share this on social media. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming up in just a bit, my conversation with musician Katie Wrede. She's going to be filling in with Dual Purpose Saturday night at the Den. Besides that, she's, of course, a regular, getting ready for gig season. She's half of the duo Common Ground, and the lone female in Surfin' Safari. Busy times ahead for Miss Katie. So come on in and join us. We're waiving the cover charge here at the Dipsy Doodle Productions studio. Dress code's casual, very casual. We still have some spots open, so just make sure you bring your own beverage. I'll supply the ice. But first...
Honey, look at this!
Unbelievable!
Yeah! Yummy!
I know!
That'd be fantastic. You know what I'm talking about.
Dave's Fave! Each week we salute a person or business that I feel is worthy of a shout-out for any number of reasons. They do receive a small thank you gift. This week's Dave's Fave is my best friend, Dakota Crow. You've heard me use the term family many times in the past. If you're not familiar with it, it's the family that you make with your friends that feel like family. I consider him my brother. He's also been my employer. Even during some lean times amongst all of our adventures, he's been a confidant and an inspiration. One of my greatest thrills in life, officiating his wedding. I knew my best friend was in love with her the first time I met her. They have two beautiful twins, a boy and a girl, and they'll charm you to the hilt. Well, tomorrow is his birthday. He knows that if I can't be there with him, I'm always there in spirit, as is he. He's the most solid part of the family tree. I love you, brother. Keep tabs on the weekly faves, and if you're curious about me, like my favorite shows, quotes, advice, etc., on the Dave's Faves page on the show website, davehollyhour.com. After you look at that page, click on the trivia page to see our schedule at Chasers, West 12th and Ellis Road. Stop in for great food, great beverages, and fun times. Monday nights at 7, we play Dave Holly Hour Trivia. This coming Monday, April 6th, our theme is Those Are Some Bunnies. Mondays are always fun at Chasers, your neighborhood gathering place. Honorable mention. What made Dave laugh, chuckle, chortle, downright slap my knee silly, or simply fill my heart with happiness? Last Saturday night's Writers' Round at Phil's Pub. This event keeps growing, not just in audience size, but even more so, audience response. It was such great applause that night. And the singer-songwriters truly appreciate your support. And you see, the more you attend, the more Crazy Poet Records puts them on. Hey, speaking of Phil's Pub, you know that one spot where you can just be? No pressure, no noise, just good people, good music, and a place to unwind? That's Phil's Pub, your local dive bar with all the comfort. Grab a slice of their pizza, bring your own food if you want, and settle in for a night that feels easy. And this week, there's plenty going on. Tonight, it's Trap the Queen of Spades, a weekly fundraiser supporting community cats, a great cause, and a great time all in one. Celebrate Good Friday at Phil's with the Crabgrass Crew, bringing you free live music. Saturday, it's game time. Catch the Final Four as Illinois takes on UConn and Michigan faces Arizona. Doors open at 3, so come early, grab your spot, and watch it all unfold. And then later in the month, April 17th, don't miss Alchemy Rocks at Phil's Pub. Nostalgic night packed with hits you know and love. So whether you're there for the music, the games, are just a cozy place to connect, Phil's Pub is ready for you. See more on Phil's Facebook page. Up next, Katie Wrede on the Dave Holly Hour.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Tooney know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XL Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or xlchiros.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XL Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls.
Coming soon, another podcast from Big D Entertainment. Dave Holly's More, M-O-R, a show featuring the music and the stories of an oft-forgotten radio format known as Middle of the Road. The Days of Yore with More, M-O-R.
Trio Jazz Club is an intimate music venue in the heart of Sioux Falls. It's family-owned and family-run. Ricardo and Mary Beth and the entire staff provide the art of hospitality, while the best local and regional musicians provide the smooth sounds. It's a great vibe with live music Tuesday through Saturday nights. The chefs and mixologists offer an amazing menu and beer and wine lists. Cocktails as smooth as the jazz. Join the club, Trio Jazz Club, across from the Washington Pavilion. Enter as friends, leave as family.
People ask him where he got his top shelf voice. Dime store? Bargain. Once again, here's Dave Holly.
Welcome back, everyone. It's always a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment, and it is such a pleasure to have this young lady in the Dipsy Doodle Productions studio once again. She's been on a handful of times, and we love her, and that's why she comes back and back. In fact, did you see this little sticker that you have?
I did. I was
You
taking a
got
look at
that. You got the honor of being one of Dave's faves on the podcast. The Thursday, well, it came out on Thursday, and your birthday was Friday, wasn't it? A couple of weeks ago.
It was a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
end of February. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Well,
very
you're
much.
welcome. Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yes. And then, of course, we have more Chotsky. Every time you come, you get something different for Chotsky.
All the swag.
Yeah,
I love
and
it.
they're little mini note, stickums.
Oh, perfect.
and
I
so
can
forth.
write down where I leave my keys.
Yes.
So then I'll never forget.
Exactly.
This is amazing. Everyone should have a Dave Holly sticker book. Oh, man.
Oh,
do I
no.
get to keep the sticker then?
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
okay.
Yeah, you do. Don't worry about that.
Perfect.
We have. See, I had to have a water ready for you this
Yes.
time. Normally, you already have a water or a big
My
coffee
emotional
or
support
something.
water bottle goes
Yeah.
with me everywhere. Yep.
Yeah, see, now I got a bigger one finally. One that stays clean on the inside.
And you can use that to work out too. 'cause
I
it's
need to.
A little
My
heavy.
God, look at this. I got, if I were female, I'd say I've got mom arms.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, but these are just like dad bod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, emotionally unstable and dad bod, everyone
There
has
we
their
go.
thing.
We've got our titles in place now, at least.
I'll make you a sticker next time.
Well, see, I have one on here. I am one of my
there you
favorites.
go. Yeah, perfect.
That, of course, will make my brother go, see, he's got that ego that I keep telling people about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are one of those. You're not an ego type person.
I don't think so. No.
And but you should be. I mean, you have a lot to talk about and a lot to be very thankful for that you are able to do in the talents that you have. And it's been fun to see the progress of you as a performer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I immediately knew, wow, she's just a really super young lady. But then everything else you've come to take on, and with strong head force to get into things. And it's like, this is fun to watch. And, you still have common ground. You have a different partner now that is involved in that with you, Matt Morrison, who is another one of the, he's like he's obviously older than you are. He's close to my age, maybe about 7 or 8 years younger, I think. I can't recall. But anyway, Matt is another one of those just genuine people, and to see everything that he does is just amazing. So that's a great little combo. The two of you, and let's see, you got to be getting ready for summertime?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Gig season is
it is
coming upon us. I just looked at my calendar. And
you have that, plus Surf and Safari, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. But this weekend, you're going to be part of Dual Purpose.
I'm so excited.
Oh, that's
so
fantastic. So tell us, first of all, where and when, etc., the details.
It's on...
What day of the week?
It's on Friday.
Okay.
Sorry, I panic anytime anyone asks me where you're playing or what you're doing because
That's why we have electronic gadgets.
Exactly. My brain cannot hold things in its
memory
you're
very
an
long. Overthinker.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm an overthinker, but can't remember what I'm supposed to remember. But that's okay. Technology is here. Okay, so we got April 4th, Saturday at 8 p.m. at the Den.
At the Den.
Yes.
All right. Yes. We are on schedule to be there.
Perfect.
Because we love Michael, and then is Zach playing drums for that night too?
Yep.
As well? Yeah. So you're going to have one great time.
Yes.
And I know that a long time ago, you had filled in one time along with Michael on one of his other groups. Yeah. When it was down at, let's see, what is it now? It's Shenanigans now, but I think it was the pizza place prior to that.
Oh.
That building.
Yeah. I don't remember, but yeah, maybe I did.
Well,
yeah, this will be my
remember,
first.
And I'm 63. I'm the guy losing his mind.
Yeah, I've never really excelled at memory. That hasn't ever been my strong suit, so that's why I'm glued to my phone because it is my second brain. But yeah, this will be my first time doing a dual pianos show. And Michael and I have just been talking about it, and he's been giving me the lowdown of how things go.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, and I think you're just going to want to be filling in more whenever they ask because it's a fun gig. In fact, one time, let's see, I think Michael was playing with, I can't even remember who the other pianist was, but I had a day off from my regular job that I could use as a volunteer day. And I volunteered to be a roadie for them for a day. And it was up in Del Rapids. And to watch how it all comes together and just the way that I've had seen many dueling piano shows before, but not dual purpose.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, this is a kick.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys are good. So does that mean that Katie's improv chops on the piano had to come out, or you kind of have most of it figured?
Yeah, it's so funny. You were talking about just where I've been over the course of my entertainment career, and I've been starting in the classical, which is very serious and very, do things by the book, and then getting into some of those cover bands and doing country. I've just kind of dipped my toe into all these different areas, and that keeps things so interesting. But this will probably be the furthest on the chaos end of that what would you call it, the continuum or the spectrum, I would say, of entertainment, because Surf and Safari is really fun and we do silly things, but the dueling piano show, that is very much improv and comedy and all of those things mixed into one. So I'm excited to let that part of my personality come out.
Well, you just brought about a key word in it, comedy.
Yeah.
And I guess I am looking forward to see what comedic things come out of you. I know you're a great piano player, you're a great singer, and you smile great on stage, and you've got this presence that's just fantastic. But I guess I've never thought of you comedically.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. But I like that it's just kind of an easy gig as far as it doesn't have to be perfect,
Right.
and people are there to have fun, and
They expect imperfection.
yeah, and
almost.
that's part of the fun. And I think some of that has leaked into some of the gigs that I've done. I'll start a song in the wrong key, and then I'll announce like that's what it's supposed to sound like in the key of G, but now we're gonna play it in this other key. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So
All right.
Yeah.
So have you been rehearsing?
we will be. We haven't
Okay,
yet,
you
but
haven't
we
done
have
it so
some.
far. Okay.
Yeah. It was kind of a last minute thing that I got roped into.
Uh-huh.
So, and maybe that's okay, because otherwise, if it was
You
too
might
far
have-
in the future, I might overthink it.
Right. Might have said, no, yeah, I shouldn't. You ever have that, though? Speaking of overthinking, I think a lot of us are guilty of that at some point, at least, of going, and then you didn't, and you go, oh, why didn't I? Have you ever had one of those?
Meaning you don't overthink it and you should have?
No, you overthunk it and
Oh.
you decided not to do it. And then after it's done and you weren't part of it, you're like, oh, why didn't I do that?
Yeah, I would say I have noticed that I overthink, like when I'm imagining how a scenario might play out, it usually isn't that thing. So I've tried to like trick the universe and think about what I don't want to happen so that the right thing will happen. Does that make sense? It's like reverse psychology on fate.
Yeah.
But I haven't had much success with that, so I can't say that's a tried and true method.
Yeah, because my love and I are going on an extended trip for the first time in our marriage, where it's going to be longer than 4 days away. And we're going to go up into Colorado. She's never been. I used to live there. And I'm trying to figure out what to do, because one of the places we're staying has all sorts of things. It has a zip line and things like that. And it's like, okay, you know what? Because of, all the physical things that I have issues with, I can't do some of the things that I, when I was younger, wanted to do,
Sure.
like, skydive or hang glide and different things like that.
Yeah.
So the zip line at this particular place was like a 3-mile hike. And then you zip line back. And it's like, and not necessarily, I think that was also really expensive too. So she found something for me that's ADA compliant, and it has a gondola that goes up to the top of it, and then you come down. So
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. But, because I am to that point now, obviously I recognize, okay, I just simply cannot because of certain physical attributes. And instead, but I still have those, oh, man, I don't want to be going on 70 then. And why didn't I do that? Yeah, and I'm really to that point now, and there's unfortunately way too many things yet, and still, in that not quite able to retire spot. A lot of those things are kind of on back burner all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, and right now it's I could almost use a life coach too. Oh, that's right, that's something else you do. We'll talk about that too. To help me, prioritize. It's like, okay, what can continue to be on the back burner until you do have all the time? What are you able to accomplish? What do you have the passions for? And things at this point. And I think that's, a place that I am. But again, getting back to just the point of I don't want to do the, oh, why didn't I do that? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to be very judicious in how I go about things at this point. But
Yep.
you've been taking on many different things. So you got the gig this week on Saturday night out at the Den, 8 p.m. Now that we know all that information, thanks to your phone.
It's so funny. Like, if anyone's listening to this that has ever talked to me and they've asked, like, where are you playing? Or even if somebody's like, where do you play? It's like my brain just goes blank. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know if anyone else deals with that, but I think it's sometimes when you're put on the spot, it's your brain gets shy and doesn't want to give the information.
And that's where you become a yes person. All right. So we talked a little bit about that, but of course, Common Ground and Surf and Safari, you're going to have a big season.
Yep.
In lots of different gigs. How's it coming out? Proportionately, more Surf and Safari, pretty equal.
I'm pretty sure that Surf and Safari has more gigs. I try to let them, they get their schedule out usually before I would with Common Ground, and so I try to leave as many weekends as I can open for them. But so I think we'll definitely have more gigs with Surf and Safari, and there's some that are just kind of routine. They're every year, so it's easier to predict when those will be. So.
What have you learned about yourself musically and performance-wise by being a part of Surf and Safari?
Ooh. I think I said this last time when I was talking about Surf and Safari, but I just feel so accepted. I can be myself. And when you're around people that allow you to feel safe in who you are, you almost kind of learn parts about yourself, just opening up to those kind of people. And so I think learning that it's important to, or rather reinforcing, because I kind of already knew this, but it's so important that who you work with are people that you feel safe and comfortable around, because it's a team. It's like a sporting team. If you don't feel connected to those people that you're playing with, it's going to show up in your music and on stage. So I think that was a big part, as well as being able to experiment with more of that fun side. Since my history, I've played with a lot of, I guess, a lot of venues that are more like serious or folk and acoustic, which are more relaxed type gigs.
And you get about anywhere with Surf and Safari. I said, you get about any place with Surf and Safari. Their venue their venue basically, from what I can say, is, we can play there. Anywhere we can play, that's one we'll go to. What's been your favorite venue so far to play?
Oh, I think Deadwood. That has been with Surf and Safari. That was really cool. Cool Deadwood Nights is what we played for, and the just energy about the place. Everyone's there to have a good time, and we are not the background music. We are the show, and just seeing everybody dance and have a good time. Plus the fact we get a little band bonding time, get to explore Deadwood and the surrounding areas.
So. And you look at the tables.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you did have a look at the tables.
I misheard you. Okay. No, we didn't. No gambling. Okay. I don't think anyone's really into gambling there, but that was a good gig, and we got a lot of bonding time since the drive is so long, because we all carpool.
True.
So we get lots of time in the car.
Well, you said no gambling, but I think of it this way so often, that any entertainer, you're taking a gamble on whether an audience is going to like you or not, and so forth, or at least whether you are going to have the wherewithal to be able to perform on a nightly basis or whatever basis you have for how many gigs you have, and keep going and so forth. And, to me, that's a gamble. Or you really want to take a gamble in entertainment, produce some of your own shows.
I think, that's so true, because you yourself are bringing a type of energy to the show, and then your bandmates are as well. So if you are in a good energy, and so is your, whoever you're playing with, then that can create something really special. And you kind of feel that when you're on stage, because I don't know. It's hard to explain, but when you're all vibing together and then whoever you're playing for, they're having a good time and you're interacting, it can be a really cool trifecta. And we've had that so many times because we have regulars that follow us around and
True. Hey, you got groupies.
yeah, so it's like we're seeing, it's not just strangers every time, it's people
Right.
that we know and care about and love to see dancing and having a good time. So we're just kind of hanging out all together, and that it's just a contagious energy and makes the time go by really, really fast.
Had you ever played in a group that big before?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I was with a couple of other groups, but it wasn't as long lasting, and it was just a different type of vibe. But
Right.
yeah, it's a really cool.
All right. So you mentioned something a moment ago, and I caught it quickly. So what's the difference in your ways of presenting Common Ground versus being part of Surf and Safari in terms of just being background music, or you are the music?
I would say, yeah. So when I'm talking to venues about Common Ground, I explain it's more easy listening
Right.
music. So we're not going to overpower your event. I mean, we've played gigs where we are the attraction. People
Right.
are coming there. They're not eating or distracted or whatever they're doing. But with Surf and Safari, it is a show. It is a production where the intent is that people are going to be dancing and interacting with us. So two different types, and they serve different purposes.
Exactly. That's why we have different genres and different things, and that even more originality comes out when you expand and do things. So when it comes to Surf and Safari, how often do you have to rehearse for that?
Usually once a week.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so you got it on a regular schedule basis, and that's even during non-performance season.
Yeah. And I think some of it is we're trying to rehearse, but another is we just like seeing each other.
Yeah.
And during the winter, when it's a slow season, which I think is good to have some breaks, especially when the summer is so busy. But yeah, it's nice to just get together and learn new songs or rehearse what we already know.
So you're playing piano and singing.
Yep.
Yeah. And any other like instruments? You do any percussion or anything with it?
No, I do have features on my piano where I can switch the sound.
Right.
So there's some organ that I do or strings, but yeah, mostly
Yeah.
piano.
You ever need a tambourine?
No, but I do have a sound on my keyboard.
Okay, because there's there's two tambourines right behind you. You could take one if you want.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have both hands busy typically
Okay.
when I'm playing.
Yeah.
So, but I do know that Matt does have some type of a pedal. I don't know how he does that, but he's
Oh, Mr. One Man Band?
he's playing and singing and then doing foot percussion. He could probably do harmonica as well.
Yeah.
Because they make those little headsets.
Yep.
So, and here I am. I can only handle one instrument and one singing at the same time. It's a miracle. So,
You still writing any original things on your own, instrumental wise?
no, I feel like I've got so many things going on at the moment that I just can't settle myself down enough.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll come back, but yeah, it hasn't left my mind, but I haven't been focusing on that at the moment. I think things kind of go in seasons. Plus I just have all these things that I want to do. Like you said,
Wow.
life is short, and I've kind of done the writing music and releasing an album, and now I'm doing things with the business and music and travel. So sometimes I feel like I gotta rein myself in so I don't have so many different channels where my energy is going.
Well, does your life coach self, rein you in then?
Yeah, when you're a business owner, you think about it a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I don't do really the life coaching. I do more of the tech. So I would say I'm more of like a online business manager, virtual assistant. So basically handling all the tech for small businesses, people who don't like doing all the back end and
Right.
automation. And now with the age of AI, there's a
Yeah.
lot of, new directions my business is adapting to with all the cool things and questionable things that AI can
Okay,
do.
so you already answered one of my questions. Then was going to be, like, what is a life coach and so forth. But in your case, it's more just you're there to assist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and instead of you've got to go do this, you got to do that.
Yeah. So I started off doing life coaching, got certified in that
Mhm.
and learning how to essentially manage your thoughts so that you can create what you want in your life. And I still use some of those tools, but I work with life coaches to bring their life coaching business to life because I discovered that's what I'm really passionate about. I've always been
Mm-hmm.
good at helping people with their tech and making that all come together. It's sort of a form of math because they want this certain result. So I have to find the components to make their dreams come true. And that fills me with a lot of joy,
Yeah.
helping people achieve their dreams by me doing nerdy stuff in the background.
Good old story math.
Oh, good old what?
Story math.
Story math.
When it used to be if somebody does this 10 times and their best friend has 18 beers, when you, of course, back then in elementary school, they wouldn't have done that, but college. And then you got to figure out, and after all that, it's like, so which one drove a purple car?
Oh,
Just all these long, shaggy dog type stories, and just like, yeah, okay, you're just making us think in different ways.
yeah.
Are you one of those? Are you a thinker outside of the box as an overthinker?
Probably. Yeah. I think that's something that really ties in with my business is because someone will have a goal
Mm-hmm.
and I will be able to suddenly see all the different options available and be able to filter through them based on what their specific needs are and then provide them with a solution.
All right. So do you end up doing that with, Surf and Safari or with Common Ground, saying, okay, here are some things we're looking to achieve. Here's how we get to them.
Yeah, I think so. Well, especially if you have for Common Ground so many songs,
Yeah.
and then we have to know what venue we're playing for, how long, and what music makes sense for
Mhm.
that. Plus, on the spot, you might have a set list, but just feeling the vibe of the place.
Right.
Because we're not just playing music, we're seeing body language
Yeah.
of the people around, and we're multitasking essentially. As far as Surf and Safari goes, I think there's a little bit of that creativity of how can we make this song ours and what are some funny things that we can do to incorporate, because that's one thing that we do that I love is it's not just playing the music, it's how can we interact
Right.
with the audience, like what are some funny things that we can do with the song to make it more of like a comedy or like a
Yeah.
show. So yeah, I let my brain go a little wild and give ideas to the group of some things that we can do.
A good friend of mine always referred to that as, just lost the words. But basically, it's, adding something to the show.
Pizzazz.
Well, that would be a word I would use. Production quality or something.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember what he called it.
Yeah.
I had it about a minute ago, was going to bring it up, and then gone. But as you were talking about that, get the vibe and so forth. The standard for comics is read the room. Yeah, know who your audience is.
Yeah.
And I would venture a guess that with that, it's easier with Surf and Safari because there's so many people that are actually going to Surf and Safari. And they have a certain expectation each time around. Whereas if you're playing, any number of places here in town where people are gathered to eat, and you're that background music, quote unquote,
Yep.
that that's one of those where you have to look around. You're seeing, as you mentioned, the body language. And it's like, okay, well, there goes 45 minutes of what we thought we were going to play tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, and sometimes Matt and I will be playing a gig and we'll be the background music and we'll finish a song. And because we're supposed to be more background music instead of a show, everyone just continues eating and doing whatever they do unless, Dave and Carrie are there and they're the only ones clapping in the background. Then we'll joke and we'll lean to each other and be like, and the crowd goes wild.
Yes.
Yeah. But even with surfing, we have these inside jokes of things that we do during the songs. And even though we've done the same jokes a million times, we'll still look at each other and do the inside joke and just laugh, laugh.
Yeah.
And
if people are getting enjoyment out of it, what better enjoyment there is for a performer than to see that. So when you are doing the smaller with the mat and so forth and common ground, aren't there some places, though, that you kind of get a little bit more where there's a bit more of a sing-along to it?
Oh, yeah, and especially the drunker people are, the better. You can just tell, especially some of those...
Except they slur their lyrics.
Yeah, or try to set their drinks down on our equipment. No.
Yeah.
That's only happened a couple times, and but it's it's a lot more fun when people are interacting and the vibes are
and
good.
I always get a kick out of the people out in the audience that think that they are sound engineers.
Oh.
And then come up and not even wait for the time somebody's taking a break. Right after a song before the next one starts, hey, I think you need to bring your EQ down over at about 6 dB on there, and we got to face the speakers a different way.
Yeah.
Because I'm drunk and I think you sound muddy. Everybody that's sober, though, thinks you sound great.
We don't, with Common Ground, we don't get that so much because we're just quiet and really listening. But I will say, with the bands that I've played in where we're louder, it's sometimes, we'll be too loud or something. But I don't really notice that anymore because I have in-ears. So it blocks out anything that I don't want to hear. But a lot of bands that have been around for a while, they'll not have the in-ears because that's more of a newer-ish technology. So they like those wedges, which just raises
more
the volume.
expensive technology.
Yeah. But I decided that it was worth the investment because most of the time I couldn't hear myself sing or play keys because I'm just more of a softer toned individual. But and I wanted to save my hearing. So
good point.
That's important to me as a musician. So yeah.
Keep the ears. That's number one priority here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't know which would be worse. Or I don't know so much the label of worse, but which one would I be able to still enjoy the majority of life if I were blind or if I were deaf? And boy, for somebody that loves vibrant colors, but yet loves music. Oh, yeah. It's a tough one. Yeah. And then, of course, at least, we do have so many things now available for people regardless. I mean, we just went over to see a tactile blind art display at the Pavilion, which you can still go to through the end of May, by the way.
Okay.
And it's fantastic.
I'll put that down
it's
on my
also
phone
free.
So I don't forget.
Or on one of the post-it notes in my notebook that I gave you. So there are things like that, but still, man, I don't know which one I would miss more, sight or audio.
Yeah,
especially for somebody that, spent so many years behind a microphone and with headphones on. But hey.
I hurt my wrist. It wasn't anything super serious, but I hurt my wrist, and so I couldn't really use it normal for about a week, and I was crabby, so I can imagine fully losing one of my senses. I don't take that for granted. Very lucky.
All right, so a busy season coming up for you. one song that we'll go with each group. One song for you and Matt for Common Ground that you look forward to playing every time.
Oh, I think we play a song by the Civil Wars called Poison and Wine, and we just both love that song. It's not really a upbeat, happy tune, but just the way that we sound together, we just love that. Or Chasing Cars is another one that we do. So I would say that would be my favorite.
All right. So now with Surf and Safari.
Oh, man. It's so fun because with that group, we each take turns. So each person is featured equally in the group. So I don't know if I can choose one, Dave. They're all so good. I like the kind of like the twist type songs, the really dancey type tunes. And then like a Woolly Bully song sometimes. Oh, yeah. Basically any
Those
song
old
that gets
novelty ones are always cool, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're just like really silly tunes, but they're ones that everybody knows. And pretty much any song that Dave hops off the stage and he'll be just playing the song while talking to somebody. And one time he led I think it's called a conga line where you do the train around, and he led.
Hey, he's playing guitar?
Yeah, he's playing the bass.
Okay,
while
so it's
leading
not
a conga
wired
line.
Then. He's got a wireless for his guitar.
We call him Dave Wanderlandy because and we'll have to go searching for him. But yeah, there's so many different ones, and there's a song where we, I can't even explain. You just have to come to a show.
Definitely,
show and then see.
Yeah. So if we're looking
ones.
specifically for you to be featured, what are the songs that you are the top biller on?
Oh, top biller.
Yeah. The one that, this is Katie's song.
Well, I do some Patsy Cline. That's some that people love. And we're starting to add some 70s music in there. So we haven't been doing it yet, but I think I'm getting, I think I'm getting Rick on the train to do some Fleetwood Mac, which I'm really excited about.
Sweet.
So I have a very special place in my heart for some Stevie Nicks. So we're gonna do that, but
just like a white-winged dove.
Yep.
Great tune.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do Dreams by Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac, and that'll be a fun one. But yeah, I don't think I can pick one. They're all just really good.
All right. So you like her. What? Who else is somebody that you admire on a big scene in terms of the music world, and especially a female, vocalist, but yet someone that also plays keys and does a few other things as well?
Yeah.
Who were your influences?
Oh, influences. Yeah, I would say I listened to, well, not a female, but Stephen Mark was who I grew up listening to, and he was local to this area, and that's who I grew up listening to. And for female keys players, I mean, Lori Line.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Lori Line. So
then you can do the glitzy, wonderful pageantry of Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So that's who I grew up listening to as far as piano players. Of course, back in the day, we didn't have Spotify, so we were slaves to whatever kind of, I don't know if that's the right word. We were confined to albums and whatever was on the radio. Yeah, we were at the mercy of, that's what I'm trying to say, at the mercy of whatever we had.
Now it's getting to the point, even you mentioned the compact disc to kids, and they're like, well, what was that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, You totally missed out on 8-tracks, cassettes,
Yep.
45s,
Life before the
78s.
internet. Yeah.
We actually had to listen to a song thousands of times to figure out what the hell they were saying in their lyrics.
Yeah.
They weren't written down.
Yeah. Or wait for the, like with video games, you know,
Yeah.
waiting for the cheat codes. It's such a weird, I don't know. I think millennials have a really unique experience of the world because
True.
literally got to see, everything unfold right at the right.
All right. So you said you're bringing some 70s to Surf and Safari.
Yeah.
That is my favorite decade of music.
Yay. Do you have any requests?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, Grassroots, but I think you might already play some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, if you want to go all over the board for 70s, because that's what I loved about the decade.
Yep.
Is, you had some initial metal, you had
Mm-hmm.
rock and roll, disco was in there.
Yep.
And then you still had all the easy listening and so forth.
Yeah.
And the
Just
crooners.
a nice mix. Mhm.
Yeah, and so that's why I loved it. In fact, one of my favorites during that time was Tom Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just, well, for one thing, I can actually sing along in karaoke to Tom Jones on a few of his things. So,
Yeah.
it's just like you kind of go with what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could add more Grassroots. You could,
Mhm.
even like Dean Martin, Sinatra, things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sinatra is one. There are some songs that I would love to do and
Mhm.
even sing because I, with when I play just solo, I've had
Yeah.
to just,
Well,
I'm whatever. I can make whatever singer into my female voice. And so, yeah, that would be fun. And when we were just talking about it, I just remembered we added I Will Survive to the set list. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was trying to think because
Gloria
sometimes,
Gaynor,
I
yeah.
think and I'm like, gosh, what do I even say? What are the titles? And it just poof out of my brain. But yeah, that's a new one that we've added. So I think people will really enjoy that because it's a very dance.
Well, the great Sinatra one that I would love to hear, and it actually goes back to to Guys and Dolls, is "Luck Be a Lady Tonight."
Oh, mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite karaoke's.
Okay.
And my other favorite karaoke is Bobby Darin and Mac the Knife. Yeah.
Yep.
So add those to the
All
repertoire.
right. I'll send. It's on the record now. So Rick, if you're listening
Yep.
to this, we
and
have a
Rick's,
formal
Rick's
request.
going to be on the show soon.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't have it written down yet, but we talked that night of your birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, we'll get you on because you got
that's
a lot
fun.
going on with them. Yeah, and
Cool.
we are always broadening our horizon here too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect. Well, I'm glad I was able to make a connection there.
exactly. Yeah, and so what else is there down the road for Katie Wrede in an entertainment capacity?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty busy. I don't know. I will say probably the dueling pianos because I did have someone else reach out to me about there must be another group.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Sometimes
as
I
good.
feel like I just live under a rock because I'm usually, performing
Mhm.
or resting from the performing. So it's like during the summer, I usually really value those days that I don't have something to do.
Right.
If that makes sense. So, but yeah, so there's another dueling group that somebody reached out to me to maybe do some fill-ins. So we'll see how this weekend goes. And I'm sure it's just going to be a blast. And I'm going to be pestering Michael, when can I fill in? When can I fill in?
So on those days that you enjoy where you don't have a gig,
Mm-hmm.
what is it that you do to relax, decompress, and everything else?
Well, I love going outside
Mm-hmm.
and I love to camp and travel and try not to be judged too harshly by my cat, as we've discussed. And I recently picked up a new hobby that has nothing to do with music. Imagine that.
Okay. What is it?
It is called silk poi, and it's basically a silk on a string
Right.
that you whip around.
Yeah.
and frolic in the forest like a fairy, and I love it. So
Well, in
that's
fact,
what I've been doing.
hasn't that become one of the Olympic things in gymnastics dance?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, the twirling of it. I think I want to say that in the Summer Olympics they do that now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or maybe
Cool.
it was just an exhibition thing at one time. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's and then you've got the aerial artists now and so
Mm-hmm.
forth, and they do a lot of that type of thing too, and it's just incredible. And thankfully it's all here.
Mm-hmm.
We have people doing these things now
Yeah.
instead of, oh yeah, I saw that on TV, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many opportunities to do
Yeah.
anything in Sioux Falls, and it just keeps growing.
Right, and our culture is booming now.
Mm-hmm.
Still a lot more to boom. We still need to get some more funding for arts and entertainment, and we still need to get people that don't know what it takes to be a creator, an artist, an entertainer, to value what we do.
Mm.
I'm sure that your keyboard, did that cost like only $10-$20?
Yeah, multiplied a couple times, but yeah.
Yeah, and they forget about that. And when did you start playing piano?
5 years old.
5 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got lots of years of experience, and you've got equipment that costs money,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got to arrange, and you've got to practice, rehearse, and you've got to make sure that you've got logistics down as to how to get to the venue.
Mm-hmm.
All those things. And people are always like, oh, yeah, I wonder how they're getting paid tonight.
Mm.
And I usually say, well, unfortunately, not enough.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, because that's, especially, if you're being entertained and you're having a good time, and you got in free to a show. I mean, there's so many things that, there's a lot of free music, especially in the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
out on patios and in the parks and so forth,
Yeah.
even on the street sometimes. And it's just like, this is all available, people. Take it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a good friend that, and I love this approach, Matt D., says, you want to support an artist, buy their merch.
Mm.
Because they may, get a few thousand downloads of something on a song on Spotify and wherever, and they maybe got $1.20.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, buy merchandise from people
Mm-hmm.
and help spread it around as to how good they are and so forth.
That's something that I know is a topic of discussion because it is interesting. I mean, I played music since I was in high school, but it's really interesting because the general rate of what musicians are paid is kind of like stuck. It seems
Right.
like, with every other job, there's an increase due to inflation, but for some reason, and maybe it's just me, but I've noticed that the pay that musicians get is stuck probably before I was born. I don't know. So that's interesting, and I'm grateful that I love what I do, so I don't ever feel resentful about that because I'm getting paid to do what I love. But it does concern me because there is a lot, like you said, that goes into it, and musicians are playing a 3-hour gig, but that doesn't include literally everything that goes into it, plus tear down, setup. So, there was one instance where I played for a gig, and when you added everything up, the time it took to do everything was less than minimum wage when you divided up the hours and everything that went into that. So yeah, it's a struggle, and I'm not sure what would change that, but I do appreciate when places do compensate fairly and well, or even just people who come up and they tip, or they just say that they've enjoyed the music.
Yeah.
Because, if I'm playing for a place and no one cares what, why I'm not doing my job. I'm supposed to be providing entertainment and joy to people that I'm playing for. So that alone, I just am really appreciative. And when I'm listening to someone, I do the same back, just so they know that what they're doing is appreciated.
Feedback is great.
Yeah.
Tips are great. But we also need to find places that will let you perform on an off night and not have to pay them the rent that they would get on a Saturday. Oh my, that's a whole nother topic for discussion.
Yeah, that one went right over my head.
That one's a doozy. But anyway,
yeah.
Well, Katie, it is always a pleasure to have you in the studio. Always a pleasure to see you performing. You know that Carrie and I love you like you're a daughter.
Family.
Yeah, you are family here, and we always wish you the best. And I just have the feeling that things will even get better for you down the road because you've got that. First of all, you deserve it. Just in terms of who you are, the personality that you have and so forth, but you also have a great drive. And it takes people to be motivated to be good creators instead of just sitting back on their laurels. And we expect to see many, many good things yet. In the meantime, since you have been here a few different times, you're going to get a different question at the end of the show each time. Did I ask you what your autobiography would be called?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I did that one. Did we do spirit animal?
No.
All right. What is your spirit animal?
I'm going to overthink this one for a minute. Give me a second.
Okay.
I want to say a cat because it's just easy. There's probably a more thoughtful answer out there. I don't know. What's an animal that just kind of like frolics through the field and is kind of, I don't know.
I think you got a cat there.
A cat? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Mostly solitary creature, likes to be well groomed. Has zoomies every now and then. Meows at walls. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good.
There you go.
There's probably more.
It's not Katie Wrede anymore. It's Cat Wrede.
Yeah, there you go. I've had some people try to call me Cat, and I guess maybe that's a shorter name for Katie, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on a more thoughtful answer. My caffeine's wearing off.
Sounds good. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Katie.
Dave.
Appreciate it. We'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment.
Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic. Zaya and Tony don't simply provide the service, they provide professional care for your hands and feet, whether you just want the basics or you're looking for an extra special look with added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too. Quality Nails on Minnesota Avenue. Call for an appointment, 605-334-1463. Walk-ins welcome.
Walking through the entryway of Phil's Pub, you can't help but notice the show pics and posters from the heyday of live bands in Sioux Falls. Phil's is back. They're on their way to reestablishing their iconic live music venue status. Come on into Phil's for a great local brew. You might just find yourself seeing some of the performers in those pictures, and a very good chance you'll see new acts that will end up being in pictures too. Phil's Pub, your local dive, with music for the people. Follow them on Facebook and other socials. Keep up to date with who's playing at the pub each week here on the Dave Holly Hour.
It's a fresh new look for DaveHollyHour.com. Besides catching up on episodes, find Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment websites. See what Dave likes on the Dave's Faves page. Get more information about our wonderful sponsors. Check out the news and notes section to find out what past guests are up to, and sign up for our newsletter. It's all at your searching and surfing fingertips. DaveHollyHour.com.
If you're craving a night out that actually feels like an experience, it's time to step into Trio Jazz Club. This isn't just live music, it's live jazz, up close and personal. The kind of place where every note matters, every solo tells a story, and the atmosphere pulls you in from the moment you walk through the door. And the lineup this week, something special tonight. Catch the Jacob Moeller Quartet, featuring electrifying guitar work and a sound that blends energy with pure jazz artistry. Friday and Saturday, welcome back the Olsen brothers, Ralph and Greg. 2 shows each night, so you've got options, but trust me, you'll want a seat for this one. Then Tuesday, Chris Beyer takes the stage, soulful, powerful performer whose guitar and vocals will stay with you long after the final note. And Wednesday, it's the Jeremy Haig Trio, featuring Joel Shotwell on saxophone. It's a night of rich compositions, storytelling, and world-class musicianship that you won't want to miss. So if you're looking for something a little more elevated, a little more unforgettable, grab your tickets and experience it live at Trio's Jazz Club. Get them at triojazzclub.com.
Never met a meal he didn't like. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Thanks again to Katie Wrede. To find out what she and I have chatted about in the past, go to the show website, davehollyhour.com. In fact, listen to any of the now 314 shows anytime you want. This show is also available on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you all for supporting local arts and for taking the time to download, now over 25,100 times. Listen and share the show. I encourage you to find your art, find the art you enjoy, find the art you're interested in trying, and we shall see you with the arts. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, my name is Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Phil's Pub, your local dive with music for the people. Chaser's Food and Spirits, XL Chiropractic, and Quality Nails. Stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. All episodes available anytime at davehollyhour.com. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.